Good morning, good morning. I've got this line at the lines of sun. I wonder if I could adjust it a little bit. Okay, so welcome. So today, we are doing the rug is getting in the way. We are doing the release, like the letting go of what we want to leave in 2025, so we could start the new year off like all fresh and new and fresh as a daisy, and ready to like really step more fully into who we truly are, right? Just heard something. I don't know. But so, so today, we've done fear, we've done parts of grief, we've done doubt, and we've done negativity. So today we're going to do expectations. And I don't know like the Oxford Dictionary version of the definition of that. Expectations for us is today is going to mean with the meaning of just letting go of control, letting go of what we feel like what we think things should look like or should happen, or how we should be, or the situation should be for us to be okay. All those all the shoulds, and all the control aspect of it. Like I've got to keep everything just right. Everything's got to go just so for everything to be okay. So expectations. So that's what we're asking for guidance on today, and for help with letting go of expectations, and to help us fully step into this next phase of our evolution. So let's just see what they have to say. Got all my cards all laid out here, the decks that I think we're going to be using. That one over there is kind of eyeing me too, though, so we'll see. So let's just close our eyes. I'm trying to feel like where we're going with this breathing today. Okay, close your eyes. We're gonna inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We're gonna find that nice steady rhythm. Inhale slow, exhale slow. Inhale slow, exhale slow. And so just really letting yourself fall into this rhythm, and and everything else around you and the day ahead to fall away. So breathing in nice and slow. Release. In. Out. In. Out. And finding your grounding, finding your footing, finding your seat, connecting, keep up with the rhythm. Just listen to my words as you're keeping up with your breathing. So breathing in that Mother Earth energy. Feeling your connection with her. Feeling that healing, that unconditional love flowing through your veins. Just feeling nice and held by her. Now still keep up with your rhythm. From above, feeling that connection to Father, Son, Source Light energy. Feel your crown opening. Feel that third eye opening. Feel that throat opening. Feel that source light energy coming straight through your center channel, and cleansing and clearing and pushing out all that energy that needs to be cleansed and cleared out all the way through your channel and down into Mother Earth. Feel the cleansing. Feel the clearing. Feel your heart center opening, opening, opening. Feel Mother Earth coming through. Feel Father Sun coming down into meeting her, creating this beautiful spiral of feminine and masculine energy that is spiraling further and further out, filling up your whole energetic field, opening, opening, opening your heart as it goes. And just slowing your breath even more, letting it become more gentle. Calling in our angels and our guides, our higher selves, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and the Kaliak too, calling in our ancestors of love and light, Ascension Council, Galactic Council, all those are the highest, the high of love and light, and only those are the highest of the high of love and light to be here with us, to help guide us, to help us be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we are meant to for our highest good. Also calling in and asking for assistance from archangels, Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, and Raphael to please be here with us this morning to hold this space, help this space to stay a sacred space by cleansing and clearing all energy that does not belong here and amplifying all energy that does. And just sending us like Oyana Kiano Suiano Tuiano Oyana from your places in this space. Just each one, please just send us so much of your healing and your light and your love and your support, helping us feel just truly surrounded in a good way and supported in this work. Anasiano too. Ayanasiano too. Help us to be open to, help us just to be open to the message and to the messages that have come already in the past and that will come, and help us to, but I know I keep adding on this morning, but why not help us to also please to retain the information that is for our gain, for our highest good. Help us to retain what we need to retain, please. Anasiano tuyano kuyano suiano tuyano oyana. Ianasiano tuyano oyana. And as always, allowing what we do for our own highest good to also be for the highest good of the collective, for the whole. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano suiano tuyano oyana. Helping us to be contributors to the peace and the healing and the love factor of the whole. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Siano tuyano oyana kiano soiano tuyano oyana. Always helping us to be more of a help and less of a hindrance to the collective. Anasiano tuyano kuyano tuyano oyana. Ayana kiano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Open our eyes to what needs to be seen. Open our ears to what needs to be heard. Open our hearts to what needs to be felt. Ana kiano suiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Lead us, guide us, love us, heal us. Amen. Oyana kiano suiano tuyano oyana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's dive in. Although I don't want to let go of my rocks. Anasiano too. All right, let's see what we're pulling out today. And so here's the ones that I was holding on to. Let me show you. Let me go ahead and adjust this too. Here's this. Da-da-da-da-da. This is, dang it. All my words are gone. And this is, this is that one. No, so is this one? No. So this is, it's not black obsidian, it's the black tourmaline, I think, because the black tourmaline is more, or it might be obsidian. It's one of those two. I'm horrible with this stuff. And this is the product of, the word just flew right through my head. It's the product of the mines for lithium, I believe. So that's not like a natural thing. And then this one, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. It's not smoky quartz. I don't think. No. All right. Anyway, let's go. All right. Teresa of Avila? Our Lady of Interior Life, I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. Amen. And so it is. Boy, I just threw her at you, didn't I? That looks like a feather she's holding, doesn't it? There you go, honey bunny. You can sit right there. So I feel like we're supposed to do more. These are ones that we've had. Like it's interesting there that they keep popping up. Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine at the center of everything. There's light, and I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. One thing that I was doing that came up in my meditation this morning, it just felt like I was supposed to picture like this golden light just like spreading throughout my whole being, just healing, just like my whole being. So I'm going to start trying to do that like during my meditations each morning, just sending that light through, or maybe even just randomly through the day. Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Amen. All right, move that over, put that there. So we've got our 3 there watching over us this morning, residing over our communion time. All right, so next, I feel like we're supposed to do from here. This is the Moon Witch Oracle. I wish I could remember the creator's name. I need to do better at that. Diana, she's been up before too, and in a separate reading too before. When I say before, I think I mean during the series. I could be wrong. Be one with nature. Be one with nature. What I like about this image is that she seems to be like, she's going somewhere with like she knows where it feels like she knows where she's going to take action, but she's not in any hurry. I'll get there when I get there. You know what I mean? Or maybe she just, I don't know. It's like she's just like ready when it's time. All right, Moonbeam, you are on the right path. Thank you. We are going to run out of space real quick. Also, don't forget, have your notebooks ready. Number 13, Divine Feminine, step into your power. I keep really throwing these at you. Amen to that. I like it. All right. Put that over there. We're going to the original Rider-Waite. Anasianotu. I'd like to talk tarot with you. Do you use the original Rider-Waite? Or are you one of those saps that don't? I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Yeah, sort of. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. He's going over there. It looks like he's headed that way too. All those salamanders are sticking out at me. I'm trying to remember what they mean. I always forget. I don't. Queen of Swords. She's going on this side, which is interesting because she's looking that way. He's looking that way. One more, I feel like. One more. But yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've learned what those salamanders mean, and I always forget. But you know, what you need to know, you'll know. And this guy, 2 of Wands, he's going right in the middle. All right, putting you over there in our winter tarot. Just feels like a lot of feminine power coming at me. Like it feels, yeah. The Winter Empress. Let's add some more in there. It feels like she's floating over the... She reminds me of the Kaliak because she seems like she's floating over the mountains and shaping. It feels like almost like she's shaping where the river flows, like guiding where the river flows with her staff there or wand, doesn't it? I love her long braid too. I've been feeling like getting it's so funny. A lot of people will like cut their hair in the summer and let it grow in the winter. But I don't know. I always feel different. I feel the opposite. For some reason, I always want to like cut it off short in the winter and then like let it be wild and crazy in the summer, or just kind of like keep trimming at it or something. I don't know. I never know what's going to happen. I just, whatever. You know, I normally don't pay attention to the ones that fly out, but this one felt different today. All right, what is it? The Winter Fool. Oh, wow. Wow. Can you see real good? That looks like the beginning of winter, right? Like stepping into winter, like that's fall going into winter and stepping in. Obviously, that's like what the Fool does, right? But look at that little tiny thing right here where my finger is. Look at that figure there. Oh, I'm getting too close. Interesting. It's like what's to come? Like what's to come? Who knows what's to come? The Fool is actually a perfect card for this, what we're asking guidance for. So what we're asking guidance for is like how to let go of control, how to let go of expectations and like get out of that cycle of needing to like feeling things need to look a certain way or be a certain way or having to like it's like be how like having to be like the ring master kind of thing instead of just being. 5 of Pentacles. Look, there's a door cracked open. Okay, so we're done with those. It feels like we're doing like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 of all of these. All right, we're not done yet. I know, you're like, holy Christmas, lady, get to the reading. I know. 7 of Wands. Don't backtalk me. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. That's what they're saying. They're like, you questioning me? Just kidding. King of Pentacles. He's yummy. Okay, one more and we're done. The Star. Oh, I haven't ever pulled her. I love her, except for her fingers. Her one hand is like big. I love her. Look at her hand right there. I love her though. It looks like her wrap there is like almost like another hand kind of reaching out with the grass or something, doesn't it? Like it's like, yeah, I love that. Okay, where do you want to go? I'm out of room. I'll just put you up there. All right, scoot over, Pope Joan. All right, so I will post pictures today. I swear I'm going to. I know I keep saying that. And maybe I'll just post. I don't think I've deleted any, so maybe I'll just go do one thing and just share like, here's day, whatever. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, sorry, I had to switch the handle. Okay, all right, let's see what they have to say. All right, Diana, Teresa of Avila, Pope Joan, Shakana, the Kaliak. Anasiano tu, anakiano tu yano oyana. Feels like stepping into new roles. Oyana kiano su, oyana kiano su, oyana kiano su, suyano, suyano, oyana kiano su, oyana kiano su, oyana kiano su, suyano, tuyano, oyano, tuyano, oyano, oyano, suyano, oyana. Clearing the way, clearing the way, clearing the slate. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Anasiano tu. Oyana siano tu. It just feels like, and this is interesting, it's not like where I thought it would be going right off the bat here, but they're talking about clearing the slate, clearing the way for something new is on the way. Clear the way for something new is on the way. Ayana siano tu. Oh, they're like, what do you think you've been doing this past week? It doesn't always necessarily mean when we're talking about cleansing and clearing the way. It doesn't always necessarily mean physical objects. It could mean mental clutter. Heartstrings that need to be kind of like attachments, different things like that. All the things that we've been working on as well, the fear and the judgment and doubt and all the things. It's like they're just saying, I see you. I see you, I see you. And you feel like you don't want to be seen. It feels like it's like you want to be seen, but you don't want to be seen. You want to step into your role, but you don't want to be seen. Anasianosu. But they're like, but I see you. I see you. I see you fully and completely for who you are. And it's in your anasianotu, ayanasianotu, ayanasianotu. And it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to meet you, to see you, to be with you, to work with you, to walk by your side. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. Ianasianotu, Ianasianotu, Ianasianotu. It is a pleasure to know you. It is a pleasure to know you. You try so hard like to Anasianotu, Ayanasianotu. It's almost like stay hidden while still giving. Still yanakiano su, ayanasiano tu, ayanasiano tu, while still trying to like be a part of, or to do things, but they're like, but I see you. I see you. I feel you. Anasiano tu yano oyana. I am a part of you. Ayanakiano su. Ayanakiano su. Ayanakiano su. Anasiano tu. Ayanasiano tu. So just feel into like, close your eyes and just feel like it feels like they're sending like this like ayanasiano, like this ribbon of like chills and like vibes for lack of better words, to say like, don't you feel me too? I see you, I feel you, don't you feel me too? Ayanasiano too. Ayanasiano too. But it's time to like open up the curtain, step out of the curtain. It feels like we've been putting on a show behind the closed curtains. Like you're on stage and you've been like playing and practicing behind the closed curtain while everybody else is on the other side. You've been like in the shadows, like doing your own thing, go almost as if like you're acting as if you're in front of the curtain, but you're still not. You're still behind the curtain, acting as if you are like putting on the show, but you're like in the shadows to where nobody knows that you're putting on the show. And Ayanasiano too. Ayanasiano too. But they're like, I see you, babe. I see you. Anasiano tu yano oyana. Iyanasiano tu yano oyana kanasiano oyana. And they're like, we know that you're scared. We know that you're scared, but it's time. It's time. And they're like, to like pulling on that rope to like start opening the curtain. You're like, ah, like trying to shrink into the shadows, and they're like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anasiano tu. Ayanasiano tu. Ayanasiano tu. Suyano. Suyano. So sometimes, so they're saying like this could like, this is leaning into that whole fear mentality that we already talked about, right? But they're saying this is what they're like saying, just stick with us here and you'll see where we're going with this. But they're saying that it's like about, we've had so much like fear and staying in the shadows and staying behind the curtain and acting as if we're putting on the show without being in front of the curtain, so we're not really doing it. We're not really being seen, and only the ones that just kind of like trip over the cord and go, oh look, there you are, kind of are the ones that see, right? And so they're saying though that we have such expectation of like oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. It's that perfectionism of wanting like, we want everything to be just right, right? And so we picture the whole show, the whole scenario in our mind's eye. We picture of like how it's supposed to look, how it'll look, and how the show is to be put on. So we're just going to roll with this whole putting on the play or the opera or whatever it is. So we're gonna we map out what it's gonna look like, what it's supposed to look like, and how it can go perfectly. Like perfectly. Nobody skips a line. Nobody trips over the cord. Nobody fumbles. Nobody, there's no fumbles. It just goes on without a hitch. So that way, and if it does, then the reviews of the show will be magnificent. We won't have to face any harsh words or criticism, right? We'll get that standing ovation, right? We'll get that feeling of pride, and we'll get that feeling of job well done, and we'll get that feeling of, okay, I can do this. I did this, and I did good. I worked hard, I performed, and then I did good. And everybody was happy. Every single one was happy. There was not a negative word to be said from the audience, from the critics. Everything went off without a hitch. I'm good to go. Right? So all those expectations lined up just so. We have it laid out in our minds, like how the performance is going to go, how the audience is going to react, how the critics are going to put out like the words that they're going to say. We have it all lined up just so. Even how our family and friends are going to react, and how they're going to be like. They're going to be like, oh, well, I didn't understand before, but since it went off without a hitch, since it ended up helping so many people, then I understand, and I love it, and I'm okay with it. I'm good. You're great. We're good, right? So we put out expectations on all of these things and all these people in all these different ways, right? And everything goes just as planned. But since we are unsure of all of that, like in reality, we're like, well, we can't orchestrate all of that for sure. So then that's why we've been hiding behind the curtain, right? That's why we just keep practicing back here. We're just going to keep practicing back here. It doesn't matter if we're back here for 15 years. We're just going to keep practicing back here because we know it's safe. We know it's safe from harsh words, harsh critics, mean people, because this world's full of mean people. Saying mean, or maybe they're not mean people, but they say mean things, or maybe even they don't mean to say mean things, but they say mean things, and then you can mess up somebody's whole day. So don't do that by saying mean things, right? And so, but we don't want the repercussions of that. We don't want the repercussions of the what ifs. What if I go out there and it's not just so, I mess up. I'm not on that night. What if I don't fulfill their expectations? They come and they expect the performance of a lifetime. I want them to get their money's worth, right? I want them to come and see the show they expected. So until I can do that, until I am perfect for them and for me and for everyone, like that may even like get a hint or a thought or any perfect for anybody that may hear about it, then I'm going to stay in the shadows, and I'm going to stay here. Anakiana siano tu, anakiano siano tu, anakiana siano tu. But you're never going to reach those goals. You're never going to reach those dreams. You're never going to reach where you're meant to be from the shadows, behind the curtains. You can't even see what's all truly meant to be and how far you can go in the shadows behind the curtain. You can't even see how far it goes. You can't even see. You can't even see what all you're capable of from that constricted space that you hide within. Anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. But they're like, but we see you. We see you, and the possibilities are endless. Your capabilities are endless. Anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu, suyano o, suyano o, suyano o, anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. The world is waiting for you to step out from behind the curtains, to step into your role, to step into, like, you've been anasiano tu, you've been taking the role of anasiano tu yano oyana, like this, what is it called, stand-in, where if just in case the lead role gets sick and then you'll step in. That's the role you've been playing, is like back there behind the curtains, practicing the roles just in like, and then until somebody like practically has to yank you out from the curtains. But they're like, we don't want to yank you out of the curtains. We want you to make that choice, that decision, that thought process of you stepping into your wholeness, stepping into your lead role. It's time to step into your lead role. It's time for you to take control, to take control of this one aspect. This is the part where you have to take control. You have to take control of this step. You have to say, okay, I'm ready. I can do this. I can do this. Stepping out from behind the curtain, standing in front of the big red curtain, knowing that I have to let go of all expectations. I cannot control, I don't know why this makes me want to cry. I cannot control the audience's reaction. They may be in an uproar with applause and think it's amazing, and that would be amazing. They may be absolutely silent and still, as if someone told them not to move an inch, which would be very disturbing. They may boo and throw things, throw tomatoes, and that would be very, that would be awful. Anasiano too. But there's nothing that is that, the unknowing of those possibilities, the unknowing of what can happen. And it could be a mixed reaction too, right? It could be like all three. There could be like different sections of, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. That section's silent, that section's yay, and that section is boo. I don't know. But the unknowing, you don't know, you cannot control them. You cannot take control of other people's reactions. You cannot control other people, period. You cannot control their thoughts. You cannot control their actions. You cannot control their reactions. You can't control any of it. Any of it. And during any space and time, you cannot control anybody else or anything else in this environment. The only thing you can control is you stepping in front of the curtain. You can control that. You know, you have to just know in your heart, okay, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. This is what's on my heart that I want to share. And I'm going to share it. No matter the outcome, no matter the consequences, it's time for me to share my message, and I choose to share it with you. I choose to step in front of the curtain. I choose to step out of the shadows. I choose to become who I was always meant to be, to step into the role that was meant for me. I choose me. I choose me. Anasiano tu. Each and every day, you must choose you in this way. Each and every day, you must choose you in this way. No matter, knowing that you cannot control other people's thoughts, other people's opinions, other people's actions, other people's words, other people's reactions, anything about anybody else. You can't control the weather. You can't control any of the circumstances. You may be putting on, this show might be outside at like the Renaissance Festival and it storms that day. You don't know. It's the unknowing that we have to start embracing and using almost as like that is like what is the unknowing is the part that we know, if that makes sense. We have to start embracing it in that way and saying that, like, I'm stepping into the front of the curtain, sharing who I am. This is me. This is my heart. This is the story I am supposed to tell today. And I know that I don't know what's going to happen. That is the only thing I know, is that I don't know, that I can't, that in the unknown. I know there's an unknown, and I know that. I know that. And use that as like your stepping ground, like your Use that as the foundation. I'm stepping out into the unknown. That is what I know, is that it's unknown. Like there's no controlling it. There's no way. There's no way to have an expectation. There's no way. Because it could go anyway. So it is an unknown. So that's a known. The known is that it is an unknown. So we're going to use that. We're going to use that. We're going to use that as almost like flip it upside down. Flip our perspective upside down. Pretend we have the hangman sitting here. And we're going to flip our perspective and be like, you know what? I'm stepping into the unknown. I'm stepping into the unknown. And I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for that. Because I want to take control and know that I am who I am. This is my story to tell. This is my voice to share. This is my talent, or this is my this is my gift. This is my gift to the world. Just like as if you were to you bought a present for a birthday or Christmas present, there's no way you can control their reaction when they open it. They could open it and A, they already have the present. That's a bummer. B, they totally don't like it. I mean, who knows? They love it, absolutely love it. Or they get two things of the same thing at the same time from two different people. Wouldn't that be crazy? But you don't know. So there's no way to have an expectation. It's a totally unknown factor. But you're giving them the gift that you chose from your heart. So all you have to do is trust. Trust in the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. But I gave this to them from my heart. So I know I'm going to have to trust that they'll receive it however they receive it. If they have to return it, if they give it back to me, I like it. I chose it from my heart, so I'll keep it. Or I'll give it. I've got a backup person I could give it to. So we have to start wrapping ourselves in the unknown as the known. Which I know makes no sense whatsoever, but it's starting to. Somehow it's starting to. They're starting to make sense to me. Make that part of your power, they're saying. Like they're showing me that this one right here. And this one right here. And this one right here. Make that part of your power. I am stepping out. I'm following my path. I don't know what the hell's out there, but I'm following my heart. I'm going to share the parts of me that I feel called to, knowing that I have no idea what's going to happen with them. No idea what's going to happen here. I have no idea. But I know. That's the one thing I do know. I do know that I don't know. And I'm going to grab a hold of that, and I'm going to make that mine. I'm going to make that mine. Instead of fearing it, I'm going to revere it. I am going to grasp a hold of it and take control of it. And be like, unknown, you are mine. I'm putting you in my pocket and we're going to be friends. You're going to be my little bestie. How does that that skunk do to the cat? I'm going to love you and squeeze you forever and ever. We're going to be best friends. So make the unknown your bestie. That is what we can control. Hold on to knowing who you are. Hold on to knowing who you are. That is and the more we get to know who we are and love her and become her and be like, fuck all y'all. Sorry. But they're just saying that's and that's in a good way. It's they're not saying it in a bad way. They're full of contradictions today. But they're saying it's use that of that almost like a, and again, this is not going into the ego world of like arrogance and all of that, but they're saying in a way, harness that of like the young people these days of like, I don't give a shit, I'm going to respect me in this moment. Take a little bit of that like lesson from them, right? If they're sick, they actually call out. Have you noticed that? So take a little bit of that, because Gen X, we don't call out. We don't call out. We show up. It doesn't matter. We're dragging, our leg just got ran over by the tractor. We're gonna work. We're gonna till the farm until the cows come home, because that's the way we were raised to do it. But the kids now, they're like, sorry, man, I got a cough. I can't come in. But they don't get other people sick that way, right? So they've got something to it. There's something to that. So we're going to like take a little bit of that of like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to respect myself. I'm going to respect myself, love myself, know thyself, be thyself, fall in love with like what that means, how it feels in your body. Like, how does that feel in your body whenever you're like, oh, man, I love me. I love me. Isn't that a song? I love me. Feel how it feels in your body when you're like, oh, I am powerful. I am powerful. Like, say that, close your eyes, feel into your body. I am powerful. I am powerful. Oh, God, love me. I love me. I love me. Feel it in your bones. Feel it. I know who I am. Say it. Tap it in. Tap it in. I know who I am. 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 And I own that. And I own that. And I own that. This is my story, my voice, my words, and they deserve to be heard. They deserve to be shared. There's somebody out there, even if the whole audience of the show, maybe only one person shows up. There's one person in the audience. One. An audience of one. But they needed to hear your words. Your words were life-changing to them. You helped them become the best surgeon, doctor, whatever, in the Boston area. I don't know why that's coming up. And then all of a sudden, then they go on and then they save thousands of people's lives. All because of the show that you put on just for them. And because you decided that you were going to just grab a hold of that unknown and make it your bestie. Make it, I know it's unknown. I know that. That's the one thing I do know, is that I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. That's the one thing I know, so I'm going to like revel in it. I'm going to revel in it. Instead of fearing it, I'm going to smear it all over my body and dance in it. Love in it. Make love to it. Make that what feeds your power. Make it feed you instead of make you being fearing it. Eat it. Anasiano too. Anasiano too. Anasiano too. Okay, so the last thing that they're talking about too is just making sure, like this one, making sure that we're talking to each other about our fears. Don't be scared to say what you're scared of. Stop trying to be, we all need to stop trying to be these superheroes, like, and that's not like the word that is going through your head, but you're like, we're all so like, feel so very vulnerable of like not showing weaknesses. Don't show your belly, kind of thing. If you have animals, you'll know what I'm talking about. And so, but we need to stop that. We need to show our bellies. We need to like all like go and walk into the room and roll over on our backs and show our bellies to each other, because there's strength in that. There's strength in that, because then we could all reach out and hold each other's hands and then stand up again and be like, girl, me too. Me too, me too, me too, me too. And you all just go around in the circle and you're like, oh, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was over here drowning in my misery and fear of this or that. But all of us are. All of us are. We all have these fears threaded through us that we are just like walking around with these veils hanging over our faces of fear, all because we're too afraid to say, hey, I'm afraid of this. What do you think of that? And they'll be like, hey, me too. I'm scared too. Oh, you are? Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's hold hands, and then we don't have to be afraid anymore, because there's power in numbers. There's power in the numbers of 2, meaning me too. There's power in that. So share that. Share your fears. Share your worries. Share your doubts. Share all these things that you're going through. All the things of all the crazy, weird things that are going through your head. Because I guarantee you there's somebody out there that's saying, me too. Me too. Your words need to be heard. Your story needs to be shared. We need to hear your voice. We need you to stand up, to walk in front of that red curtain and say, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It feels like it's almost like there's words that just want to jump out of your throat, and they're so ready to be shared. So let's find the power in the unknown, releasing all expectations, really releasing the need to control the situation, because there's no way to. There's absolutely no way to control other people and the outcomes of things. There's absolutely no way. We can make everything perfect to a T, and there's still going to be something's going to happen. You can make sure that whole, you're putting out a buffet, you're catering something, and then somehow, some way, this tiny little piece of shellfish got into something, and somebody has an allergic reaction, even though you made sure that kitchen was scrubbed, everything was to a T, but you couldn't help that your supplier from whatever just happened to pass by when they're carrying the crate of cantaloupes, and somebody's little shellfish jumped over there. There's always an unknown factor. There's always an unknown factor. We can't control every little aspect. We can do our best we can do our best to be our best. And that's the best we can be. That's it. That's it. Just to be us. To be who we were made to be, who we feel we can do our best to live our best lives, to fulfill our passions, to share what we feel needs to be shared. And then that's it. We have to start letting go of the need to control the outcome, because there's no way to anyway. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Even if you train that horse to where you can ride it all day, you never know what's going to freak it out and send it back to its feral days and running off into the woods, never to be seen again. There's always an unknown factor. Always. We need to harness that power. Harness the power of the unknown. Harness it. Tame it. Make it yours. Make it yours. And then when surprises come up, be like, I knew it was an unknown. There's that unknown factor I knew was out there. And so if we could do that, if we can somehow, and it's not always going to be easy, it's not going to always be sunshine and roses, but if we can just know that there's unknowns and harness that, then when they pop out with their nasty little comments or whatever it is, or thunderstorm if it's an outdoor thing, and then you could just be like, there's that unknown. I knew it. But not saying that too, you're not looking for the negative. You're like, you just know that there's going to be one unknown. Maybe the unknown for that night or that day or morning or whatever it is, or that week, could be like something absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Maybe you're a singer and you get signed whenever, like on a show that you're like, boy, this is in the middle of the nowhere. Didn't know that was coming. There's that unknown. So it could go both ways, right? It could go both ways. It could go any way. It could go any way. That's why it's called the unknown. And that's where we're going to eat it up. There's that unknown. Boy, eat that up. Move on to the next one. Wonder what that unknown's going to be. I hope it's something good. We're going to harness that power, and we're not going to let it stop us. We're not going to let it stop us. We're going to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. These people, they're moving forward. They're moving forward. They're conquering their fears. They're conquering their fears. They're making a plan. They are divining their own, their own magical worlds. They're not letting any of it stop them. They're saying, it's time. It's time. It's time to reach for the stars, to know who you are, to claim who you are, and take action. Take action. Know who you are, your thoughts and your desires. Know it, and then live it. Live it. Not letting any of the unknown stop you, but embracing it as the unknown. As that's your known, is the unknown. We can do this. We can do this. We can harness that power. Let's harness the power of the unknown, making that our known. All right. So grab your notebooks. I know it's already been a while, but we are going to get to writing. So with that, we're asking for guidance from whomever is meant to be speaking to us for our highest good today. This could be totally different and separate from both of us. Maybe you have a sister on the other side that would like to give you a little, she's always ready to lend a helping hand when it comes to advice. Or maybe it's like a grandfather, or maybe Santa's going to come through. I don't know. It's the unknown, and we're going to go grasp that. So we are asking again for the guidance of releasing the expectations, the control, the fear of the unknown, and grasping and harnessing the unknown and making that our known. So let's just start writing. Again, don't think about punctuation, capitalization, making it make sense at all. Just start writing and see what comes out. See what comes forth. We're diving into the unknown, and we're diving into the void. And I'll see you on the other side. Amen, and so it is. Whew. Whew. Thank you so much. And on words from my, what came through for me, please just hope, they're saying like, please go to sleep tonight knowing that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are ready. Amen, and so it is. Thank you.